One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the
sweet little floater.
And Simmons so deft with the floater, freezing the defense completely.
And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished, despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Now here's Simmons. 9 points last game. Pass to Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Love the way Embiid knows how to play with force down low, which in turn makes the defense get physical with him.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
Now here's Shea. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. Had the space there, but it's offline.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
For 3, Harris. It's rebounded by Dallas. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Shea. Drains the 19-footer. Franklin's got 5.
Boy, that's exactly the set they like to run with the ball in Shea's hand. Let him quarterback the offense to a hoop.
Pass to Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simmons got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Richardson, good.
Timeout.
And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense.
But Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Doncic. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea. Philadelphia also making some changes. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Horford. And Alec Burks subbed in for Richardson.
Shea knows to have his head up at all times, scanning the floor, because that way you can deliver to an open teammate on time, on target.
Now, here's Burks. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Embiid. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 3. Shea outside. Cauley Stein passes to Franklin. Curry deciding where to go with it. And Shea with the basket on the assist by Curry. 10 points for Shea.
When Shea's all-around game is clicking, especially his long-range offense, he can be as dangerous as they come.
Burks against Curry. Shoots from 12. Jump shot is good.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Dallas has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Shea dishes to Powell. Back to Shea. And they double up Shea. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Mavericks now. Curry. Some solid defense from Harris.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bergs finds Simmons. From past the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that does it for the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up by 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother.
Older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had big.
And Greg Densky. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats.
I don't know if you can hear me, Chris,
grow and develop,
but I got the Kobe shooting form too, so I ain't got the number 38 no more.
Soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Jay in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Lakers was phenomenal. He finished with 23 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. That game was just the latest example of how hot he's been. We'll see if anyone can pull him down tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a...
He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Ball's knocked loose. Franklin with the steal. By himself. And the dunk by Jay.
Jay doing it all at both ends. Rack to rack. Heads up defense leads to offense.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Down low, Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Franklin for 3. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Jay is doing it all tonight, and they can't do anything to slow him down.
On the wing, Harris. Over Porzingis. A putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
Barea against Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
Shea outside. The pass to Kleba. Kicks it out to Shea. Dallas moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Shea.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin, J. Rich is self-described as super competitive. That edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And stolen by Shea.
A nice aggressive move from Shea, making a decisive move. No hesitation, going forward and converting on the drive.
The 76ers trail by 10. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Back to Embiid. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Clock at 6. Franklin for 3. Doesn't go for it. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
Oh, yeah, he fucked me
You know,
up
with
there.
Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Here's Harris. Embiid. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
And the Mavericks call time here. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first.
Checked in for Dallas. And that one's good. Thibault.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Shea up top. 26 points for him. To right. To the inside. Now out of Canada by way of Stanford University. 6'11" power forward Dwight Powell.
Boy, a high-energy guy is Powell, guys. He's a pogo stick and a rim runner. Very quick-footed. I think that makes him tough to tag slicing through the lane. His activity and agility really what separate him and get him minutes on the court.
Burks kicks to Harris. Pass to Milton. 1:10 left to play here in the third. From about 16, Shea grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
To the paint, here's Powell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Powell, with that long body of his, does a nice job going at the defense.
And they double up Simmons. And Harris wide open. He shoots the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. J.J. Barea is out there with Doncic. Then it's Shea. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Kleber in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Shot clock at 6. Franklin for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Hilton the pass to Harris. Comes up empty down low.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Barea with a wide open look. Connects from 3-point range. Barea's got 5 points in the quarter. The 76ers trail by 19. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Thibault. Takes a 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Cauley Stein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Doncic. 13 feet away. And Embiid pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Man, he put me
so
up
just
there.
rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Mavericks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And the dunk by Jay.
And it's just competing. And, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
On the wing, Harris. The pass to Thibault. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. 24 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Now Jay. Let's go. Again, the Mavericks score.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Here's Franklin. Jacks up a 3. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got it's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie.
Hey, what's up? It's Shaq. Listen, you've been on one the last few games. Wow. What do you think you have to do to sustain this level of production?
To sustain, you're just going to have to stay in the same rhythm, game to game. Not overthink things too much, get points within the structure of the offense. We also have great locker room atmosphere. Everyone rooting for each other. But at the same time, we keep each other humble. Keep each other humble, man. And when you do that, things all things good to come.
You have a lot of poise, young man. Congratulations.
And thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson.
Yo, listen up. I want to have the ball real quick. Now, I think we all know the earned. Come up here, man. Hey. You busted your behind tonight on both sides of the floor. Nice work, man.
Good job, boy.
most wins in this mode, the 2K20 Play Now Online MVP is another familiar name who took the title last year, and he's back. Congratulations, Run D Live 24.
Welcome back, man.
What's up, man? Good to be here.
So what teams are you using to beat people?
The Bucks. I transitioned from the Lakers, and then the Kings, and then people like the Pacers. But now I like to beat people with the Bucks, because Giannis, he kind of unstoppable now, like he's a cheat code.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that your favorite team to play as?
Yeah, currently. As of 2 weeks ago, currently, yes.
What kind of strategies would you give to new players that are coming into the game mode that maybe want to up their competitiveness and start racking up some of these W's?
My first thought, I would say learn how to play defense, because defense creates my offense, and that's how I get most of my wins. So I would definitely start with defense, and then work your way with how to handle and dribble.
Is there any set plays that you like to run specifically?
It's called quick horns pour, when my shooter sets a screen, go around, and it's either you're going to check me going to the paint, and my shooter's going to kick out, or I can do either or. Like, it's like hard to stop. It's an optional play where I got a dunker and I got a shooter swinging out.
You win this award, you get 750,000 VC and a copy of the Legend Edition for NBA 2K21. What does that mean to you?
No, I'm ready for it. But they say we're not ready, but I'm ready for it.
You ready for 2K21?
I'm ready for 2K21. I'm going 3 years ago.
Well, we're going for a new generation. I was going to say, it's going to be some new stuff out there next year. Well, Derek.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, the results have been excellent for them over the first half of the season. And it has to be said, they're not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. How good is it to see Kristaps Porzingis out there? You know, the guy who drafted him, Phil Jackson, wondered whether his body would hold up to the NBA grind. Is that still a valid concern?
Well, you could say that about all 7-footers, a lot of them. There's an extra strain, as I wouldn't know, but Shaq probably would. Only Porzingis, you know, he could do the best, but his physical shape is possible. But being that tall, Shaq, is there an extra strain put on your body?
Well, I don't really know, because I was a little thicker than he is. But he's a unicorn. When he's healthy, we know he has the potential to be a superstar. Keeping his body strong and flexible has to be a focus.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you later.
There it is, the Ferry Building in San Francisco, just down the road from our broadcast setting tonight. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition. GA, it's all yours.
Well, for a team that had...
Oakland has been a wonderful home for the Warriors, but we know San Francisco will be too. Thanks, DA. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Shea in at the small forward. And for Golden State, Green down low with Looney. Randall out there with Thompson. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. When you're a championship contender, Chris, what are the aspects, the characteristics of an offense that is needed to get to that level?
You have to be balanced. You just can't be an inside team that can't shoot threes. You can't be a team that just shoot threes. You have to have guys that can dribble, that can get their own shot. You need guys that can catch and be standstill shooters as well, so that when you have the guys that dribble and get that space, their hands are ready and they're already ready. They're already prepared to shoot. And then it'd be really nice to have a post player, a dominant inside finisher, a guy that once he gets it in the painted area, everyone's going to have to watch out because he's going to dunk on him and make a poster.
Here's Shea, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Franklin passes to Kleber, and that one drops for him. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Randall against Barea. Green deciding where to go with it. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Now here's Shea in the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Kleber, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Kleber's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you have to bring much faster help than that.
Poked away.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Shea with it. Now Green defending. From 17 feet out. Again, the Mavericks score.
They've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
Franklin, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
He put the ball on the deck, didn't he? And he created offense. Shea draws the foul. He gets to go to the line.
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And both free throws good for Shea.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
The pass to Looney. Here's Poole, guarded by Curry. And the basket by Pascal. Mavericks leading by 6. Shea outside. All alone. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Oh, that's just another day at the office for Shea. Comfortable working that medium range area.
Here's Poole, guarded by Curry. Poole, the pass to Wiggins. And the layup is good. Wiggins has got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now here's Shea. 8 points for him. Back to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, and you love this with Shea, the ability to see.
By 8. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Lee bounce pass. In the corner, it's Wiggins. That 3 off the mark. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And he makes that one. 10 points for Jay.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Poole following the basket by Jay. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mooney down low. Cauley Stein defending. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
And shooters beware. Cauley Stein is very crafty in how he rises up to the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
On the wing, Che. Lee with the steal. Che, he's feeling it tonight, and he's been the driving force for Dallas. He got into double digits for the... One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green, speaks about...
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's the effort to want to communicate. It's the effort to take that one.
And he should... Group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Franklin's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Curry. They've got Klay Thompson. Draymond Green is out there with Randall. And it's Pascal in at the power forward position. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Poole. Oh, and he jams it right over Shea. Wow!
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the 76ers was outstanding. He had 30 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. That game had his name all over it. Kevin, I'm sure he wants to write his name again over this one.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Yeah, Greg, it's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way. They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Randall with the drive. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Love the vision from Thompson. I mean, when you've been surrounded by superstars, you learn to keep your eyes up, man.
Right, the pass to Franklin. Over Thompson. Again, the Mavericks score.
This game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
Green passes to Poole. Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Misses the 3.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Making the play off the bounce, on the move. Shea is extremely active.
Green with the ball. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Randall outside. Passes it to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And here's Che outside. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. Randall surveying the D. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's Dallas. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Napushi kama wewe.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Doncic. And it's Franklin in at the 3, the small forward. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say, 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and the mentality of a small guy. We all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you can do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be a trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think he could do it all.
Good explanation.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no life at the end of the tunnel.
Green, the pass to Thompson. Higgins outside. On deep. The shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
Come on. Boy, this has been Shay's night. Aggressive and productive.
Pass to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the dunk by Jay.
I tell you what, that was explosive. Shea saw a lane and didn't hesitate.
Warriors trail by 10. Here's Poole. He has 6. Now the pass to Looney. Here's Poole, guarded by Marjanovic. Pascal, the pass to Wiggins. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Doncic kicks to Shea. .46 seconds left in the third quarter. That one misses.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Pass to Wiggins. Back to Lee. Six to shoot. Looney kicks to Wiggins. Tipped away from 18 feet away. Again, Wiggins missing.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking.
Poole, the pass to Wiggins. Great D that time from Shea. And so it's Dallas going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident shooting the ball with... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Thompson, Looney out there with Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, man, an area where Thompson has improved a quicker first step on the drive.
Mavericks leading by 8. Jay outside, and they double up Jay. Dishes it to Barea. A 3-ball. Good, and the assist goes to Jay.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And the shot goes down.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Doncic, bounce pass. Passes it to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Lays it up off the glass.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
The drive by Jay and the dunk by Jay.
I like that. Rely on Jay's instincts and his ability to make plays.
Warriors trail by 9. Timeout called the Warriors. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. And we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Doncic passes to Barea. Over Randall. And J.J. Barea, the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Barea's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jump. He's going to work hard for those.
Randall passes to Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. Outside for Randall. Thompson in the corner. Shoots over Doncic. And that one hits back iron.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Here's Porzingis. Porzingis on the foul. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Randall outside. Pass to Green. Shoots over Barea. And Franklin pulls it down.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Franklin's got 33.
This is what Jay's coach loves about him, the high level awareness.
Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Jay.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. .106 left to play in the final quarter. Launches it. Shot clock at 6. Thompson against Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Thompson.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to...
6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
Hey, Jet here, man. I thought you guys came out focused and prepared. And once you built that lead, man, you never let up.
That's the beauty of this team, man. We try to never let up. And part of that, that's coach. He's always preaching. Stay focused on the moment. Take care of the things you can control. And we'll live with the results after, you know? So we just keep our heads down, trust in one another, and look to play a complete game.
Well, you guys listen and are very coachable.
The All-Star game coming up. I'm wondering what's your favorite part of the festival this morning?
Gotta be the dunk contest, no question.
Yeah, but you don't think it's getting a little stale lately?
What? Heck no. Some years are better than others, sure, but
that up.
They pull you back in.
Ah, Godfather of
bingo, bango.
Terima kasih. Jangan bimbing kat bawah.
We crowned the 2K TV Interactive Wizard. But before that, let's give you a chance to up your 2K TV Interactive winnings and earn some VC, baby.
answered the most interactive questions correctly through the season. This year's 2K TV Interactive Wizard is PD Dollars. Congratulations.
This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Dallas Mavericks.
Get him or get stung.
You ready? Got it.
An aerial view of our location today, Sacramento, the capital of California. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And powering into the first week of the new year, here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You look at Sacramento. They're stuck in the same spot, but still a top 10 team.
And I think for the Mavericks, they claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're...
Now it's ended.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his
mentality. Why is he always in a room?
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Barea is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Franklin in at the 3 spot. And for Sacramento, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Joe Ingles is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Bagley in at center. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry, how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Jay. Here's Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Jay.
You can tell he knows the game. Jay, with great feel, finds the open man.
Here's Sacramento. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively. Just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Warriors in San Francisco. By Hield, nobody around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jay left side. And the shot goes in from Chris.
I think the talk about Porzingis being soft on the inside might be a little misguided. Playing pretty hard right now.
Here's Hield. Mavericks with the rebound. Last time they met was in Dallas.
That was a different team in the fourth quarter than what we saw in the first 3. Don't you think? I mean, they got their act together just in time to pull it out.
Kleber with the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence. Now you think about the Kings and how far off it is that they are from getting into their primes. They keep learning the game the right way and find some cohesion together here. There's some building blocks for these Kings to do some damage in the and sustain it.
And Fox gets it to go.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Shea outside. Bagley with the block. And they get it back. The Kings trailing. Parker passes to Fox. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he gets it back. Now, here's Ingles. He's guarded closer. Clock at 6. Tries yet again. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brent, most NBA players peak around, what, 27, 28, 30 years old? Kings have a lot of players entering right now that range.
Well, you think about it, they're actually a few years even from that range, Kevin, and so that youth will pay off as long as the player development is there. And if they can stay with a consistent coach for some time here, the likes of Fox and Bagley and Heald and Bogdanovich, it's a nice young core. We'll see if they can get the job done, get themselves into the playoffs, and start getting the kind of experience that propels an organization forward.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Harry Giles comes in for Parker. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Bogdanovich in for Buddy Hield. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Doncic. And it's DeLon Wright in for J.J. Barea.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 6.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
On the wing, Shea. Covered by Barnes. Franklin can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Nobody near Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Cauley-Stein. Right, the pass to Shea. Back to Wright. Pass to Franklin. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cauley-Stein. No good with the layup. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And it's been a pretty even. Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Franklin comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Wright. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Shea is out there with Porzingis. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then there's Doncic. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the center position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He added 33 points, and it seemed like every shot he put up was going in. That's how dialed in he was. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention. If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Hield can't hit.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Shea outside. Dishes it to Barea. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Shea's got his 4th assist in this one.
Teammates love what he does off the court. Shea also gets love for passes like that on the court.
And that does it for the first half of play. Mavericks ahead. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you had to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley is out there with Jabari Parker, and it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half.
Oh, nice up fake. I even saw you, Kevin, get out of your chair. Starting with 4 years of college ball, Shea has put so much into the game.
Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming along with massive. And what you're seeing, too, over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Alex Lenz checked in for Bagley. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Parker. Barnes, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. Dallas also making some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Seth Curry in for J.J. Barea. Len with the block.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. DeLon Wright comes in for Doncic. Inside, here's Len, banked in off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Shea outside. They grab their own miss. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Passes to Fox. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the way up. Fox has got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. Fires the three. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by 18. Franklin passes to Rice.
This shit garbage.
Here's Fox. Drops in the layup for 2. Fox has got 4 this quarter.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Giles checked in for the Kings. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Wright. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Well, tough to be upset at that kind of defense. You got to credit Bogdanovich. Pretty much zoned in. Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Franklin. It's on target from the high post. Jay's got 14 points for the game.
Really hard to stop there. A good pull-up, Jay. A guy coming at you full speed. Jay has worked on that one.
Count that bucket. 12 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Finney Smith kicks to Jay. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento.
You forget about the size of Willie.
Some changes here for the Kings. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Joe Ingles comes in for Barnes. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Powell comes in for Porzingis. James checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Barea subbed in for Curry. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there. And that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marjanovic. And there's J.J. Barea, and it's Franklin in at the small forward position.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Fox. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And that's now 18 points for De'Aaron Fox. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Shea outside. Marjanovic down low. Holmes on him. Barea with from deep. Shea gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just cannot slow down for a minute in this league. Shea ready to fire, and he got that pass.
Fox against Barea. And there's the pass to Bagley. Again, Sacramento.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Dwight Powell. Murray comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Wright in for J.J. Barea.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Len finds Bogdanovich. It's hauled in by Jay. Shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Bogdanovich looking around. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks. This is Kevin Hart along with our 2K Sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.